Good morning. Welcome to Up with KREM. It's 6 a.m. now. I'm Nicole Hernandez. We want to start with Jenny Power this morning. Jenny, when I came in this morning, it was a bit windy. Do we stay windy today?
Yes, Nicole, and we're even going to see those winds actually increase with the arrival of a cold front. Yes, so you're going to want to bundle up if you're headed out soon. This is a look at our current satellite and radar, where for now it's kind of that calm before our next incoming system. We've been seeing a really nice sunrise as we take this live look for you over downtown Spokane, the sun peeking out in between the clouds. Current temperatures a little bit on the chilly side. We're at 37 degrees in Spokane. And yes, those winds coming out of the south-southwest are at 13 miles per hour sustained, but will gust up as we move into this afternoon. Temperature-wise, across the rest of the region, we're in the low to mid 40s for the central part of the state, Moses Lake and Wenatchee, low 40s across Coeur d'Alene and north to Sandpoint, with a few more increasing clouds through the Idaho Panhandle. We're seeing some pretty similar winds out toward Moses Lake as well as through Coeur d'Alene and north to Omak, but gradually they will increase as we move into this afternoon. The other thing that I'm tracking is the return of some mountain snow, and this is going to be a significant amount of snow. Hey, we need it even if it arrives later on in the season, but be prepared for winter driving conditions over our local mountain passes. We're talking 10 inches of snow over parts of the Cascades, potentially even more, and also winter driving over Lookout Pass. The full timing of this system in a few minutes. Nicole?
Thank you, Jenny. We're taking a live look at traffic now. We have that live look at I-90 in Liberty Lake this morning, where you can see the sun is already up, but we're not seeing very much traffic at this point. I'm looking at our traffic maps across the entire region, and everywhere looks nice and clear. We're not seeing any major traffic or backup starting quite yet. Well, we now know the 17-year-old who was shot and killed in Spokane Valley last week was Carter Cochran. He was a student at Lewis and Clark High School and was part of the football and track and field teams. KREM 2 spoke with his grandmother. She said his mom died of leukemia just 2 years ago, and she said despite that, he was full of life, jokes, and had a large group of friends. When the shooting happened, Cochran was threatening self-harm. She said that was out of the blue for him. Spokane Public Schools said they now have counselors and support staff available for students this week. They also say families should check in with their kids. Another update this morning, the woman who was found dead in a backyard in Sprague last month died from, quote, hypothermia in the setting of methamphetamine intoxication. 26-year-old Aspen Valdez was reported missing at the end of February. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office says before she went missing, she got out of her family's car and said she wanted to go to Spokane instead of back home to Yakima. Valdez's body was then found on March 3rd, 5 days after she was reported missing. Looking ahead to next week's Spokane City Council meeting, they're going to talk about a new ordinance that would make landlords responsible for keeping bedrooms cool. The council introduced that ordinance last night. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy breaks it down.
An ordinance announced by the city of Spokane aimed at lowering heat-related deaths is drawing strong reactions from people for and against it.
And they would need to provide mechanical cooling in order to be able to keep the space at a safe temperature.
This single bill will kill more units of affordable housing than any other piece of legislation I've seen in the state in 20 years.
The city says they'll be considering what's called a renter's right to cooling. The ordinance would require landlords to maintain bedrooms at a safe temperature, which the rule stipulates is 80 degrees Fahrenheit. That number was determined through a city partnership with the Gonzaga Climate Institute.
We've been working hard to try and figure out how to help Spokane to be better prepared for the next time we have a heat dome.
Dr. Brian Headings, the director of the institute, he says the deadly 2021 Northwest heat dome in Spokane is what prompted the partnership to try and lower the risk of people dying from heat-related deaths in the future. He adds landlords may not be required to pay for AC units to make that happen.
It simply says that they need to be able to keep bedrooms at a safe temperature. And that can be achieved through trees and insulation and good windows, all sorts of what are called passive cooling measures.
But Sean Flynn with the Rental Housing Association of Washington argues that's not the case.
So your windows and insulation aren't going to help you in an extreme heat event when it's 110 degrees outside.
He says this will only make landlords face tough, costly decisions when it comes to adapting to the new law, eventually shrinking options for affordable housing in the future.
It defines cooling units, and it says you've got to bring every bedroom to below 80 degrees or it's uninhabitable. If they do build new units, they will be vastly more expensive, and the existing units will slowly come off the market.
Right now, council is expected to introduce the ordinance at their next meeting and vote on it sometime in May. If passed, landlords would need to adapt to the rule by 2031. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Spokane Valley detectives are asking for help to identify a suspect in an armed robbery. It happened at a Chevron along North Pines Road and East Maxwell Avenue a few days ago. Deputies say on April 10th, a man armed with a knife demanded money, then ran off. Canine units did search the area but did not find him. They say he is 5'8" to 6 foot tall, a light-skinned black or possibly Hispanic male, and wearing a face covering and gray clothes. Detectives are asking people to check any surveillance video they have from that area on Friday from around 4:30 to 5 a.m. Anybody with information should call the sheriff's office. The Spokane Civic Theater is going to replace their production of The Hunchback of Notre Dame with Jagged Little Pill the musical. Earlier this month, the theater canceled their production of The Hunchback because of concerns about racial bias in casting. The Spokane Civic Theater will hold auditions for this new production starting this weekend.
And in your forecast, it is a little bit of a breezy start here to the day today. We've got winds coming out of the south-southwest at about 13 miles per hour sustained in Spokane, sitting pretty similarly up north to Omak. But what we'll gradually see as we move forward is the impacts of a robust cold front moving through this afternoon. It's going to bring us the return chances of some rain showers and also pick up our winds to breezy to gusty levels. Our gusts in Spokane could be up near 30 miles per hour through the later half of this afternoon and into early evening. Temperatures this afternoon are also going to be trending a little bit cooler, just upper 40s for Coeur d'Alene, low 50s for Spokane, some mid 50s out toward Moses Lake, and looking at 61 degrees for Richland in the Tri-Cities. We'll hang on to unsettled weather conditions through Wednesday, and then while we will end the week with some partly sunny skies, temperatures are going to be cool, especially in the overnight, as some of our lows are going to be near freezing.